Clint Eastwood, the unshakable icon of Hollywood, has built a career on breaking rules and speaking his mind. Known for his fearless takes and refusal to bow to societal trends, Eastwood has sparked outrage time and again, especially when he openly clashed with woke ideology. Loved by some, criticized by others, his bold opinions have ignited fiery debates, and today we're unpacking the moments that set Hollywood and its audiences ablaze. The 1973 Oscars, a controversy that refuses to fade. Clint Eastwood's storied career has been punctuated by bold choices and candid moments, but one of the most infamous took place during the 1973 Oscars. The ceremony was already fraught with tension. Marlon Brando had rejected his Oscar for The Godfather, sending Native American activist Sachin Littlefeather to the stage in his place to denounce Hollywood's mistreatment of indigenous people. The atmosphere was somber, the room brimming with unease, and then Clint Eastwood, in his trademark blunt style, delivered a quip that was intended to lighten the mood, but instead left the audience in a stunned silence. At the time, the backlash was relatively muted, with only a few murmurs of disapproval. However, in the age of social media, where past actions are scrutinized under a modern lens, Eastwood's remark has resurfaced, igniting fresh outrage. Critics have labeled the statement offensive, with some going as far as to call it racist. Social platforms erupted in condemnation, and the calls to cancel Eastwood spread quickly. Yet, true to his character, the legendary actor and director refused to apologize. He let the outrage burn itself out, confident in his decision to stand by his words as he has done throughout his career. This moment is far from an isolated incident in Clint Eastwood's life. It serves as a microcosm of his broader philosophy, one that values authenticity over appeasement. While Hollywood has increasingly leaned into political correctness, Eastwood has stood firm, openly criticizing what he perceives as a shift away from genuine storytelling. To him, the industry's preoccupation with avoiding offense has diluted its ability to tackle raw, unfiltered narratives. For decades, Eastwood has shown a steadfast refusal to conform to fleeting cultural trends or ideologies, choosing instead to remain a champion of stories that explore the complexities and imperfections of human nature. His films serve as a testament to this philosophy. Classics like Dirty Harry, Unforgiven, and Gran Torino delve into gritty, unapologetic portrayals of flawed characters and hard truths. Even his more recent works, such as Richard Jewell, challenge prevailing narratives. The film, which focuses on a man wrongfully accused by the media, underscores Eastwood's determination to tell stories that matter, no matter how controversial they may be. His unyielding stance has earned him both praise and criticism, but it has solidified his reputation as a filmmaker who refuses to compromise his vision. Ultimately, Clint Eastwood's legacy is defined not just by his iconic roles and directorial achievements, but by his unwavering authenticity. In an era where many in Hollywood prioritize public approval, Eastwood remains an outlier, bold, unapologetic, and unshaken by the ever-changing tides of cultural norms. His ability to weather criticism and continue crafting thought-provoking stories speaks to the enduring power of his work and his steadfast refusal to be anything less than true to himself. Hollywood's unwavering rebel. In Gran Torino, Clint Eastwood's portrayal of a hardened veteran learning to accept his Hmong neighbors captures the essence of his storytelling, raw, real, and unafraid to confront uncomfortable truths. The film does not shy away from challenging discussions about race, prejudice, and redemption. Eastwood's character, with his blunt and often abrasive remarks, reflects the actor's real-life attitude. He does not sugarcoat or strive for perfection. Instead, he delves into the complexity of human flaws, creating a narrative that resonates because of its honesty. It is this commitment to authenticity that makes Gran Torino such a compelling piece of work. Even before the film hit theaters, Gran Torino was labeled controversial, a hallmark of Eastwood's career. The actor-director has never been afraid to address contentious topics, regardless of how they might be received by modern audiences or the so-called woke crowd. In an era where many in Hollywood tiptoe around sensitive subjects, Clint boldly challenges norms, refusing to conform to industry expectations. His reluctance to pander to political trends or deliver sanitized narratives has cemented his reputation as a rebel, one who prioritizes truth over approval. For Eastwood, the backlash is secondary to the authenticity of the stories he tells. At 94 years old, Clint Eastwood remains a formidable presence in Hollywood, directing films with the same vigor and determination that have defined his career for over half a century. His unique approach continues to inspire younger actors and filmmakers who admire his refusal to compromise in an industry increasingly governed by caution. For Eastwood, movies are not about fitting into a mold. They are about exploring the raw and often uncomfortable realities of life. His films, from Dirty Harry to Gran Torino and Richard Jewell, reflect this philosophy, addressing human imperfections and societal contradictions head-on. The outlaw Josie Wales controversy. Clint Eastwood's legacy as a filmmaker is built on grit, precision, and an uncompromising vision. But his journey as a director hasn't been without controversy, particularly during the production of The Outlaw Josie Wales in 1976, a moment that reshaped Hollywood's filmmaking rules. The film initially began under the direction of Philip Kaufman, a respected filmmaker known for his meticulous approach. However, tensions quickly arose between Kaufman and Eastwood, who was not only the film's lead actor but also one of its producers. Kaufman's methodical style clashed with Eastwood's preference for efficiency and simplicity on set. The conflict came to a head when disagreements about the film's tone and pacing became insurmountable. Eastwood, leveraging his considerable star power, made the controversial decision to fire Kaufman and take over as director himself. This move sent shockwaves through Hollywood. It was rare and frowned upon for a lead actor to dismiss a director mid-production, let alone step into the director's chair. The fallout was so significant that the Directors Guild of America (DGA) introduced what is now known as the Eastwood Rule, a policy that prevents actors or producers from firing a director and assuming their role. This regulation aimed to protect directors from being sidelined due to creative disputes or power struggles, a direct response to Eastwood's actions. Despite the controversy, Eastwood's decision proved successful. The Outlaw Josie Wales was met with critical acclaim, celebrated for its nuanced storytelling and compelling performances. The film's exploration of themes like revenge and redemption elevated it to classic status in the Western genre. Critics praised Eastwood's directorial vision, and audiences were captivated by the raw authenticity he brought to the screen. The success solidified Eastwood's reputation as not just a formidable actor, but a powerhouse director willing to make tough calls to protect his creative vision. This pivotal moment in Eastwood's career exemplifies his fearless approach to filmmaking. While his actions drew criticism from industry peers, they also underscored his commitment to delivering powerful, uncompromising stories. For Clint Eastwood, the pursuit of authenticity and excellence has always taken precedence, even if it means rewriting the rules of Hollywood along the way. What shaped Clint Eastwood into the legendary figure we know today? Join us as we delve into the captivating journey of his transformation.
Childhood life. Clint Eastwood made a memorable entrance into the world on May 31, 1930, at St. Francis Memorial Hospital in San Francisco, weighing a hefty 11 pounds and 6 ounces. His impressive size earned him the nickname Samson from the hospital staff. Born to Ruth, originally Margaret Runner, and Clinton Eastwood, Clint was raised under his biological father's surname, even though Ruth later adopted the surname of her second husband, John Belden Wood. Clint also had a younger sister named Jean, adding to the family dynamic as they navigated life together. The Eastwood family boasts a rich and intriguing lineage, with roots tracing back to English, Irish, Scottish, and Dutch ancestry. Clint is the 12th generation born in North America, descending from William Bradford, a notable Mayflower passenger. This deep connection to his heritage gave Clint a sense of pride and later influenced his artistic endeavors. His family's long-standing presence in America became a key part of his identity. Contrary to some accounts of a nomadic childhood, Clint's early years were more stable. His family did relocate 3 times in the 1930s due to his father's job, but by 1940, they had settled in Piedmont, California. Living in this affluent suburb, the Eastwoods enjoyed a comfortable lifestyle, complete with luxuries like a swimming pool and membership in a country club. Clint's father worked as a manufacturing executive, providing financial stability that allowed the family to lead a well-rounded and socially active life. Education. As Clint Eastwood and his younger sister Jean transitioned into adolescence, their mother, Ruth, decided to contribute financially by taking a clerical job at IBM. In January 1945, Clint enrolled at Piedmont High School, but his time there was short and eventful. Despite limited details about his academic performance, it became clear that Clint did not thrive at Piedmont. By January 1946, he had been expelled from the school due to several violations, although the specific nature of these incidents remains unclear. Some reports suggest inappropriate behavior, revealing the struggles Clint faced during this critical phase of his development. Clint's rebellious nature emerged through various acts of defiance at Piedmont High. One such incident involved him signing his name on the athletic field scoreboard, a bold move in defiance of school authority. Another notable event saw Clint participate in the burning of an effigy on school grounds, further highlighting his resistance to authority. These rebellious actions, combined with other issues, ultimately led Piedmont High School to expel him. This marked a turning point in his academic journey, as his educational path would soon take a new direction. After leaving Piedmont High, Clint enrolled at Oakland Technical High School, which provided a more suitable environment for a young man with diverse interests. Oakland Tech was known for its vocational programs, offering practical courses that aligned more with Clint's strengths and passions, such as shop class and aviation. Although he aimed to graduate in January 1949, the details of his actual graduation remain unclear. Classmates like Don Kincaid remember Clint excelling in hands-on subjects, while another classmate, Don Loomis, noted that Clint seemed to prioritize experiences outside the classroom, indicating a desire for a life that extended beyond traditional education. This period of his life shaped his character and set the foundation for his future endeavors. Early struggles. Clint Eastwood's path to success was anything but straightforward. Despite growing up in an affluent family, he was determined to make his own way, taking on various odd jobs to gain independence and experience. These jobs included lifeguarding, delivering newspapers, working as a grocery store clerk, fighting forest fires, and caddying at golf courses. Each role not only helped him become financially independent, but also equipped him with valuable skills and resilience, qualities that would later serve him well in his pursuit of a career in Hollywood. In 1951, Eastwood enrolled at Seattle University to continue his education, but his academic journey was interrupted when he was drafted into the United States Army during the Korean War. While he often hinted at a more adventurous time in the service, his companion Sandra Locke later revealed that much of his military experience was spent as a lifeguard at Fort Ord in Northern California. Nevertheless, his time in the Army taught him discipline and camaraderie, lessons that would shape his future career and approach to life. One particularly dramatic moment occurred when a plane he was on ran out of fuel, forcing Eastwood to swim 2 kilometers to safety, an episode that reflected his tenacity and survival instincts. After his military service ended in 1953, Eastwood's journey into Hollywood began. While stories about his discovery at Fort Ord are debated, with some questioning the accuracy, his official biography credits a fellow soldier, Chuck Hill, for introducing him to the Universal Studios lot. There, Eastwood met cameraman Irving Glassberg, who arranged an audition with producer Arthur Lubin. Although Lubin found Eastwood's acting skills lacking at the time, he was impressed by his imposing presence and encouraged him to take theater workshops. This opportunity laid the foundation for Eastwood's eventual rise to stardom, marking the beginning of a long and successful career. Hollywood beginnings. Lubin's mentorship ultimately paid off when he offered Clint Eastwood a contract in April 1954, paying him $100 per week. However, Clint's early acting career was met with several challenges. His initial performances were often marked by stiffness and nervousness, particularly his habit of delivering lines through clenched teeth, which drew criticism from insiders in the industry. Despite these obstacles, Lubin's unwavering belief in Eastwood's potential allowed him to grow and eventually become a captivating on-screen presence, laying the foundation for his future success in Hollywood. In May 1954, Eastwood faced disappointment when his first audition for Six Bridges to Cross was rejected by director Joseph Pevney. However, his determination paid off when director Jack Arnold later cast him in a minor role in Revenge of the Creature 1955, marking Eastwood's formal screen debut. Throughout 1954 and 1955, Eastwood worked tirelessly to establish himself, taking small roles like a 3-week part in Lady Godiva of Coventry and a credited appearance as Jonesy in Francis in the Navy. These early roles, while minor, provided him with valuable on-set experience and helped him build a diverse portfolio. Eastwood's career began to gain momentum as he explored television roles. His first credited television appearance came on NBC Allen in Movieland in July 1955. However, his contract with Universal Studios ended later that year, leading him to sign with the Marsh Agency. This agency, along with support from Lubin, landed him roles in The First Traveling Saleslady 1956 and Escapade in Japan 1957. Despite these opportunities, significant breakthroughs were still elusive, leading him to change talent agencies twice. His perseverance paid off in 1958 when he secured a pivotal role as Rowdy Yates in CBS's Rawhide. Although initially hesitant about playing a character younger than himself, Eastwood embraced the role, and the show quickly climbed in ratings, solidifying his status in Hollywood. The breakthrough. Clint Eastwood's years filming Rawhide from 1959 to 1965 were a true test of endurance, with demanding schedules often stretching to 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. Despite his dedication, some critics felt he wasn't giving his all, though his commitment was clear as the show progressed. By late 1963, however, Rawhide began losing its audience as the once exciting scripts became repetitive. This decline led to the show's cancellation during the 1965-1966 season. Although Rawhide didn't offer him full creative control, it provided a valuable platform for Eastwood to develop his acting skills and gain a solid fan base. Financially, Eastwood's time on Rawhide paid off, with his salary rising from $750 to a remarkable $119,000 per episode. By the end of the show, a reflection of his growing star power. While he expressed a desire to direct during this period, opportunities to do so were limited. The end of Rawhide, however, pushed him to pursue larger film roles, and in 1968, he starred in Hang 'em High, a revisionist Western that marked a significant turning point in his career. His portrayal of a man seeking vengeance after being lynched resonated with audiences, solidifying his image as a tough anti-hero and earning him both critical and financial success. Hang 'em High not only brought Eastwood $400,000 and 25% of the box office profits, but also gave him the financial freedom to take control of his career. Along with earnings from Sergio Leone's Dollars trilogy, he founded Malpeso Productions with his advisor Irving Leonard, paving the way for his future as a director. Since his directorial debut with Play Misty for Me, Eastwood has directed nearly 30 films, showcasing his versatility across genres. Currently, he is preparing for what is expected to be his final directorial project, Juror 2, featuring Nicholas Hoult, Toni Collette, Zoe Dutch, and Kiefer Sutherland. Despite delays due to an industry-wide strike, Anticipation is high for Eastwood's final cinematic chapter, adding to his already legendary legacy. Clint Eastwood and politics. Clint Eastwood entered the political scene when he was elected as the nonpartisan mayor of Carmel by the Sea, California, in 1986. His decision to run for office was motivated by a desire to improve his community, which was known for its artistic culture and natural beauty. During his tenure, Eastwood focused on promoting small businesses, reducing restrictive local regulations, and preserving the town's scenic charm. His efforts to streamline business approvals and protect Carmel's natural environment demonstrated his balanced approach to economic growth and conservation. In 2001, his political involvement extended further when he was appointed by Governor Gray Davis to the California State Park and Recreation Commission, underscoring his dedication to environmental preservation and state park conservation. Eastwood's political views are complex and cannot be easily categorized. In the 2012 presidential election, he publicly supported Republican Mitt Romney and delivered a widely discussed speech at the Republican National Convention. Despite this, his political ideology remains nuanced, as he has championed causes across the spectrum. At the 25th anniversary of Unforgiven in 2017, Eastwood spoke out against political correctness, a topic he saw as limiting creativity and open dialogue. Reflecting on his earlier film, Dirty Harry, which was labeled politically incorrect upon its release, Eastwood criticized the cultural shift that he believed was stifling free expression and humor, both of which he considered essential to a vibrant society. Though Eastwood's time as mayor lasted just 2 years, it left a lasting impact on Carmel by the Sea. He balanced the needs of local businesses with a strong commitment to environmental preservation, proving himself to be a pragmatic leader. Even after leaving office, Eastwood remained engaged in political discussions, voicing his views on a range of issues, while keeping much of his personal life private. His political journey, like his acting career, reflects his drive to make a difference, whether through his community involvement or his outspoken critiques of societal norms. Through his public service, Eastwood demonstrated a willingness to take action and shape the world around him. Family and relationships. Clint Eastwood's personal life and relationships have long captivated the public's interest. With a history of multiple romances and fathering 8 children with 6 different women, his family life remains shrouded in mystery. Although Eastwood has kept much of his private life out of the spotlight, biographer Patrick McGilligan noted the ongoing speculation about the exact number of his children, even suggesting there may have been a child from his high school years. This secrecy has only fueled public curiosity about Eastwood's romantic and family affairs throughout his decades in the limelight. Eastwood married Margaret Neville Johnson in December 1953 after meeting her on a blind date. While they built a life together, Eastwood's personal life became increasingly complex. In 1954, during his marriage to Johnson, Eastwood fathered a daughter, Lori, who was later adopted by another family. This situation highlighted the contradictions in Eastwood's life, where his public persona often clashed with his private actions. By 1959, he began a long-term affair with stuntwoman Roxanne Tunis, lasting until 1973. The couple had a daughter, Kimber, in 1964. Despite the end of their romantic relationship, Eastwood remained close to Tunis until her death in 2023, demonstrating his ability to maintain meaningful relationships beyond romance. Eastwood's marriage to Johnson lasted for several decades, but it was strained by his infidelity. The couple had 2 children together, Kyle, born in 1968, and Allison, born in 1972. However, the ongoing issues of trust led to their separation in 1975 and an eventual divorce in 1984. Even after his marriage ended, Eastwood continued his pattern of unconventional relationships. He had 2 more children, Scott, born in 1986, and Catherine, born in 1988, with flight attendant Jocelyn Reeves. Since 2014, Eastwood has been romantically linked to restaurant hostess Christina Sandera, though neither has publicly confirmed their relationship. The contrast between Eastwood's iconic public image and his private life remains a source of fascination, as the Hollywood legend continues to keep much of his personal affairs away from the spotlight. The love of his life and lasting legacy. Among Clint Eastwood's numerous relationships, one of the most surprising revelations came when he described Roxanne Tunis as the love of his life. This statement caught many off guard, especially fans who believed Sandra Locke, his long-term companion, would hold that distinction. Despite his turbulent romantic history and multiple infidelities, Eastwood's charm and lasting influence in both film and politics have earned him admiration. His relationships, while complex, offered avenues for personal growth, shaping the man behind the Hollywood legend. Through it all, Eastwood has remained a beloved figure, known for his contributions to cinema and his magnetic presence. Eastwood's immense talent as a filmmaker has been recognized multiple times by the Academy Awards. His 1992 Western Unforgiven earned him two of his most prestigious honors, Best Director and Best Picture. He followed this success with his 2004 sports drama $1 Million Baby, which also won him Oscars for Best Director and Best Picture, proving his versatility and ability to navigate different genres. These awards solidified Eastwood's standing as a master storyteller, both in front of and behind the camera. His impact extended further with critically acclaimed films like Mystic River 2003 and Letters from Iwo Jima 2006. Both of which earned him additional Academy Award nominations, showcasing his commitment to exploring deep and thought-provoking narrative. Eastwood's remarkable career includes a range of powerful films, from biographical dramas such as Changeling 2008 and Invictus 2009 to more recent successes like American Sniper 2014 and Sully 2016. Over the years, he has accumulated an impressive array of accolades, including 4 Academy Awards and 4 Golden Globe Awards. His contributions to cinema have been celebrated internationally as well. He has received the César Award in France 3 times and was honored with the American Film Institute's Life Achievement Award. Additionally, the Venice Film Festival presented him with the Golden Lion for Lifetime Achievement in 2000, and France recognized him as a Commander of the Order of Arts and Letters in 1994, and with the Legion of Honor in 2007. These honors underscore Eastwood's enduring influence and respect as a global cinematic icon. Clint Eastwood's life has been nothing short of extraordinary, both on and off the screen. From his complex relationships to his unmatched career, he remains a Hollywood legend. What do you think about Clint's incredible journey? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.